This video is published by mbkpinternational.com. This video we're going to talk about that changing the blade and cut pad on the Stack S12 paper cutter. This is the Stack S12 paper cutter. It's the first time I've ever did it on this particular cutter, so hopefully it'll go smooth. First thing you're going to do is you're going to remove your shield. It'll give you better access to your cut pad and your blade. We'll mess with the cut pad first just to show you real quick. And that's basically just going to tip it up on its side. This is the heavy side, so you tip it up from this side, get the heavy side down, rotate it around. Cut pad's pretty easy. You got two 10mm bolts there, and you just loosen them a little bit. Just kind of pushing to the side of the cut pad to hold it in place. Just like so. And actually, you need to raise the blade because the blade's resting on the clamp too. You want to raise the clamp because the clamp's pushing on the cut pad. And you can raise the blade because the blade's doing the same thing. I'm going to take this off for now. And with that up, all you have to do is push up, with both those up, all you have to do is, there's your cut pad, use something to push in there and just push it out. You can see it just falls out. As you can see, you can see it, I'll just push it out on that side. Cool, and you see it coming out there, and you just push it out and take it out. And then just either rotate to a new side or put a new cut pad in. Just drop it down in there. But I'm just gonna, I'll tighten those up later. Okay, let's get this. Let's go to. That's pretty simple on the changing the cut pad. With the blade, you got on these new ones. This toolbox here usually says toolbox right on it. This comes right off. It's like a lid that comes off, and there's a couple things in there. But this doubles as a blade holder. Okay, I'll put that there for now. But when you get this, it comes with a little Allen wrench here. And when you first get this handle is on backwards. This thing facing that way, just so the box could be a little shorter. So you need to take that off and reverse it. And this thing is for this here, so you can tighten it down. Take it off and tighten it down. Also, it looks like there's some screws in here. These are basically extra blade screws. When you're changing the blade, multiple times, sometimes you can strip the heads of these out. So there's some extra screws. Should you ever need it? And you need to keep it on this side because these things go down into these holes, on the smaller holes on that side when you put it back like that. For now, we're going to keep this out because we will need it to change the blade on. And it's pretty simple. You're just going to start removing all these screws. I'm going to start by removing all these screws, and I'm going to leave the center one. So you're going to move those three and those three. I'll leave the center one for last. Okay, I got the screws all off except for the center one. And see, this got like a groove in it here. Sorry, this got a groove in it here, and that's the blade goes. The sharp edge of the blade goes into this groove to hold it. And this here is your handle. Okay, so I'm going to hold it here. I'm going to cut the blade with it like so, and I'm going to put it in the middle. There's your middle screw. You got 3 on that side and 3 on that side, so you got a total of 7 screws. And let's get this last one. Okay. That's the last one. And basically, you just want to be careful. Take your blade down, straight down. Make sure this is all the way up. And then you're just gonna, once it's all the way down, it kind of hits the bottom of this here. It bottoms out, so it just gets below this thing with this thing with your handle. Make sure the handle's all the way up because this needs to be all the way up. And then it's gonna drop down, and you're just gonna take it out. You're gonna get your new blade. Only grab the top part, be very careful, don't ever touch that. Even if it's a dull blade, it's still razor sharp. It's just like a giant razor. You're going to put your new blade in here, and your center hole in the middle. And you're going to bring your new blade back. Just be careful, and remember that's a very sharp edge. And you're just going to put it back in reverse order. Let's see here. A piece of paper back here. Anyway, let's go back in. You're gonna go slide it in there, get it past that post, and then you're gonna come right up, line this center hole up with that one, just like so. And then it may be helpful to have a second person here, but I'll try to do it on myself. You can line up the hole and get the first one started, just like so. And just keep it light, just not quite tight. Just screw it in to hold it, because you may have to do slight adjustment like moving this back and forth to get the blade, but the rest should line up, get all the rest of them in. I'll get a couple more in. Once you get all your screws in, you're going to get all these 6, and then you're going to have to put the blade down to, I believe there's one more there to get that last one. And just make sure they're all tight. Make sure you use the right size screwdriver to fit the head of these screws so you don't strip out these screws so easily, but you do have some extra ones should that happen. And again, just be very careful. Even if your blade is old and dull, too dull to cut paper good, it's still a very, very sharp blade. It would cut you like a giant razor, so never, never, ever touch the sharp edge of it. And when you put the blade back on, remember how it comes off the beveled edge here. The beveled edge is on this side. You'll see the beveled edge. You'll see the beveled edge on this side here. The back side is completely flat. The blade is completely flat. But that's pretty much it. This video was published by mbkpinternational.com. And this again was the Stack S12 paper cutter. Model Stack S12.